The Viper struck on the post-WrestleMania 41 edition of Monday Night Raw as Randy Orton laid out John Cena with an RKO after Cena called on fans inside T-Mobile Arena to take a photo of the last real world champion. The belief is this will lead to John Cena vs. Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Championship at Backlash. Footage from Raw before the show went on the air has revealed how Orton managed to sneak under the ring almost undetected. Orton was disguised as part of the ring crew, and he could be seen checking the ring mat, posts, and apron before he suddenly slid under the ring and didn't come back out. Orton managed to blend in with the exception of being much taller than WWE's ring crew. Fan footage of Orton sneaking up on Cena has also emerged, showing him doing a comedic rollout from under the ring before he appears behind Cena for the RKO. Randy Orton was in action at WrestleMania 41, defeating Joe Hendry in an open challenge. Opponents on the table for Orton after Kevin Owens withdrew because of injury included Jeff Hardy and Uncle Howdy. Orton ultimately handpicked Joe Hendry, however, and the TNA World Champion has revealed when he found out about the match. Narrator energetic tone. Randy Orton, the Viper, the apex predator, the master of mind games. And John Cena, the face that runs the place, hustle, loyalty, and respect personified. Two icons. Two warriors whose careers have been intertwined for decades. But at Raw after WrestleMania 41, Randy Orton once again reminded the world why you never let your guard down around a Viper. Today, we're breaking down exactly how Randy Orton managed to sneak up on John Cena, the master strategist himself, and why this moment was a masterpiece of storytelling that had the entire WWE Universe buzzing. Let's dive in. WrestleMania 41 was historic. John Cena had just pulled off a hard-fought win against a rising star, perhaps his final major victory on the grandest stage of them all. The crowd at Raw after Mania, electric. They were chanting, singing, living in the aftermath of a once-in-a-lifetime weekend. Cena stood in the ring, soaking in the cheers, addressing the WWE Universe, maybe hinting at retirement, maybe teasing one last run for gold. It was a heartfelt moment, a tribute to an icon who had given everything to the business. But lurking beneath the surface was something much darker. Backstage, Randy Orton was waiting. He wasn't out there for nostalgia. He wasn't there to shake hands or reminisce. Randy Orton had one goal: to remind John Cena that in WWE, there are no happy endings. The distraction play. So how did Randy pull it off? It wasn't just brute force. It wasn't just a sneak attack. It was methodical. It was Orton-esque in every way. First, Orton made sure Cena's attention was completely occupied. In the minutes leading up to the attack, multiple superstars made their way to ringside to pay tribute to Cena. You had veterans. You had rookies who idolized him. Even management came out to applaud. This wasn't random. Sources backstage revealed that Randy Orton had orchestrated part of this procession. He pulled strings. He asked people to go out and pay respect, but the real purpose: keep John Cena looking straight ahead. Keep his attention fixed on the ring. Meanwhile, Orton wasn't even near the entrance ramp. No, he took an unconventional route. The crowd. Disguised in a WWE hoodie and jeans, Orton blended in with the fans seated near ringside. Security was tipped off ahead of time, part of the plan, to allow Orton the freedom to move. And so, while Cena was basking in the chants of "Thank you, Cena," Randy Orton was slithering closer and closer. Classic Orton. This wasn't the first time Randy Orton pulled off a psychological masterpiece. Remember when he took out The Undertaker in 2005? Or when he attacked legends backstage in 2020? This was vintage Viper behavior. The key to Orton's success has always been patience. He doesn't rush. He waits, and strikes when the moment is perfect. Cena finally turned to address the crowd on the opposite side of the arena, right where Orton was hiding. As Cena raised the mic, preparing for his closing words, that's when Orton struck. The fans gasped. Some even cheered, caught in the excitement. From behind, Orton vaulted over the barricade with that snake-like agility only he possesses. In one fluid motion, Randy grabbed Cena, spun him around, and bam! An RKO out of nowhere. The arena exploded. Not in boos, not in cheers, in pure shock. It wasn't just an attack. It was a statement. Randy Orton wasn't going to let Cena ride into the sunset without one last scar. Why it worked. Let's break down why this ambush was so effective. Number 1. Emotional blindness. Cena, like anyone would be, was emotionally overwhelmed. After a career like his, standing in front of a thankful crowd, it's easy to drop your guard. He wasn't expecting a fight, he was expecting gratitude. Number 2. The environment. Raw after Mania is chaotic. Debuts, returns, surprises, the environment is ripe for moments like this. Everyone's head is on a swivel, except Cena's, apparently. Number 3. The disguise. Orton's choice to blend with the crowd was genius. By not using the ramp, the stage, or the Titantron entrance, he bypassed every conventional security measure. Number 4. The legacy. Orton and Cena have history. Years of wars. But it's because of that history that Cena likely underestimated Orton's willingness to pull something like this now. In Cena's mind, maybe they were past that level of savagery. But in Orton's mind, old habits die hard. And number 5. The timing. Orton didn't attack during Cena's entrance. He didn't jump him mid-speech. He waited until Cena was relaxed, at his most human and vulnerable, before delivering that brutal RKO. Every factor played into the perfect storm. Backstage fallout. Backstage, the scene was intense. Cena was helped to the back by officials. He wasn't seriously injured, but he was furious. Randy Orton, on the other hand, simply walked through gorilla position with a smirk on his face, not saying a word. Reports suggest that the ambush was approved by both Cena and Orton beforehand. However, insiders claim Orton added a few, unscripted, elements, including the disguise, to make it more authentic. Triple H, now the head of creative, was reportedly thrilled with how the segment turned out. He believes moments like this are what keep WWE unpredictable, even in 2025. Social media lit up immediately. Hashtag RKO out of nowhere trended worldwide within minutes. Fans shared GIFs, slow-motion replays, and memes. Some fans celebrated Orton's ruthlessness. Others were heartbroken to see Cena go out that way. But everyone agreed on one thing. It was unforgettable. What's next? Where does this leave Cena and Orton now? John Cena's WWE future is uncertain. He's made it clear that his time in the ring is winding down. Maybe he'll seek revenge before hanging up the boots for good. Or maybe that RKO will be the last physical memory fans have of him in WWE. Randy Orton, meanwhile, looks poised for one last monstrous heel run. At 45 years old, he's in incredible shape and reportedly wants to leave behind one more defining chapter in his career. Rumors are swirling about Orton challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship in the coming months. If he continues this level of viciousness, no one is safe. Some insiders even speculate we might see one final Cena vs. Orton showdown, one last battle between two of WWE's greatest ever. If that happens, expect fireworks. And that, my friends, is how Randy Orton managed to pull off one of the coldest, most brilliant sneak attacks in WWE history. Never underestimate the Viper. Never think the past is behind you. And never, ever, turn your back on Randy Orton. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more WWE analysis, and let me know in the comments. Should Cena get revenge, or is this the perfect end to one of the greatest rivalries ever? Until next time, stay sharp, and watch your back.